See, it's funny that I've always been a private person, somebody who keeps things close to the chest. I never overshare. I never really share much on social media. But now I'm a private person that puts my entire life on social media. Let that sink in.
If I pull up, I'm trying to get paid. 10 toes down, I want set pace. Hop in the booth, the beat.
Lately, I've been thinking what it actually means to be a private person who puts their life on the internet, who vlogs, who documents everything. So today is going to be still a vlog of mine, but it's going to be a little different because I'm going to explain to y'all and go through certain things about me still being a private person and how I vlog, what I choose to share, what I choose to not share. This is not going to be long. It's just going to be me touching on points, and I'm sure some of y'all can relate. And if somebody who is a private person but also wants to vlog and they're on the fence, maybe this will help you. The first subject is going to be my 3 years off of social media and how it changed everything. The illusion of authenticity online, the fine line between sharing and oversharing, choosing what stays sacred to you, or to me in this case, the emotional hangover after posting, protecting peace over performance, very important. And then 7, you can still be real without being raw. So those are the 7 topics that not even topics, just talking points that I'm going to touch on throughout this vlog. And yeah, maybe some of y'all can take some things from this. And like I said, if you're on the fence as a private person but you want to document your life, that's the word that I want to use instead of vlog, because this is for me. And other people who vlog, it's for them. It's for us to document our lives and look back later on in life like, oh, this is what I was doing at this time. Or my daughter can look back and be like, oh, my dad was doing this, that, and the third. That's dope, you know? So that's mainly why I document my life. But my 3 years off social media and why it changed everything, how it changed everything. So before I took that hiatus, I started to notice that I was comparing my life to other people's lives, whether that be fitness goals, whether that be reaching milestones in life. I'd just be like, oh, I feel like I'm getting left behind. It was the comparison that was really getting to me. So come 2021, I lived in Cyprus for an extended period of time. And Cyprus is a beautiful island. I've talked about Cyprus on this channel many times. Beautiful island, great people, phenomenal food. And I found myself on a beach scrolling Instagram. And I had just a realization like, yo, I'm in one of the most beautiful places on this planet. What am I doing? And that's what catapulted me into a 3-year hiatus from social media. Me taking those 3 years off of social media changed who I was. I wasn't being influenced by anything online because I went cold turkey, like nothing. I didn't have IG, I didn't have Facebook, I didn't have Snapchat, I had nothing. So I wasn't being influenced by what was going on social media. So it helped me realize who I was. It helped me realize what I actually wanted without being influenced, what I actually liked without being influenced. For those 3 years, I grew exponentially, and it was like a night and day thing. And really taking that time to genuinely get to know myself and understand everything that I just said, it changed how I looked at things. It changed how I looked at people. It changed how I looked at myself, how I thought about myself. And that's what I mean by those 3 years changed everything. It might not work for everybody, but it worked for me. And I'm extremely happy that I got to experience life without social media, because it even translates into today. I make content. I post on social media, I get off because I know what it did to me, and I don't want to go down that rabbit hole again. I have more self-control and more discipline now, so I'm not really worried about it, but it's a time thing as well. I don't want to spend hella time on social media like that. Next topic is the illusion of authenticity online. Nowadays, it's hard to tell when people are being authentic and when people are being authentic in a performative manner. This channel, when I first started, even before I started, I always thrived off authenticity, whether that be wanting that from other people or whether that be me being authentic. So me being an authentic person, it's easy for me to spot when somebody is actually being authentic genuinely or when they're performing. And that's something that I've never really agreed with at all, actually, but to each their own, different strokes for different folks. But on another note, just because you don't share everything doesn't mean you're not authentic. I will never share everything on this camera. I'll never share everything to everybody in my life. There's certain people that I go to that I share different things with because certain people, they help me in different ways. So being authentic doesn't mean you just share everything about yourself. Some things are meant to be kept to yourself, and it's easy to do that when you know how to be authentic and you can maneuver through authenticity like that. You're just cautious, you're careful. That's all that means, and there's nothing wrong with that. The next talking point is the fine line between sharing and oversharing. And I get caught doing this quite a bit, where I'll be filming and I'll just be in my mode, in my zone, just talking about whatever topic that I'm talking about. And it seems right at the time. But then I'll get into editing and just hearing myself playing it back, playing it back, playing it back. And then I start to realize that, maybe that's something that I shouldn't share, or maybe that's something that I'm not comfortable sharing just yet or at all. It's really a gut feeling. You just gotta trust your gut. If it seems right, then by all means do it. But if your gut is saying, maybe I shouldn't, then don't. There are people that like to overshare that they don't have a problem with. But as a private person, I don't like oversharing. And once again, it's not me hiding anything. It's not me keeping anything away from the people that like to view my content. It's just some things are for me and some things are for me to share, is what I'm trying to say. It's not rocket science. Just go with your gut feeling. What are you eating, dude? This is Dennis. He's been on the channel many times. My neighbor is out of town. What are you eating? What are you eating? No. Stop. No. No. Huh. Oh, yeah. 4 legs must be nice. I'm out of breath. He dogging me. But the next topic is what to keep sacred and what not to. This one's difficult because I'm going to just speak for me. I have a daughter, and I mentioned this before in previous videos. I don't like putting her on my vlogs because there's some weird people in on this world. But also in the same breath, I make content that attract like-minded people like myself. So it got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm comfortable with putting my daughter in my vlogs because I attract like-minded people. So you have to protect what's sacred to you. And once it's out there, then it's out there. Sometimes when you keep certain things sacred, it's better for you and whatever it is you're keeping sacred because now it's just for you. Go with your first judgment. Go with your first judgment. Excuse my laundry, I'm about to fold after this. But now we're at number 5, which is the emotional hangover after posting. What I mean by this is there are times where I will film or shoot, and right after I post it, that's when the second thoughts and the doubts come in, because sometimes I do catch myself rambling, sometimes I go off on tangents, sometimes I don't stick to the topic, like I'll veer off, but I'll always make my way back to it. But those times, that's when I'm like, damn, did I say too much? And will they misunderstand my message because I said too much? Or did I say too little? And will they not understand what I'm saying because I said too little? So you have to find that balance between the two. And I don't really get that after post hangover anymore because, like I said, I'll go through filming and then I'll edit and then I'll watch my video maybe 2-3 more times to make sure everything is flowing perfectly. So since I have those layers of checking my boxes, I don't get that feeling anymore. At this point in my content creation, I genuinely don't care anymore because I have that checklist basically. And if I make it through that entire thing and I post, that means I'm good and I was okay with whatever I said and whatever I didn't say. It's really about protecting your peace, and that comes with making sure you're saying whatever you need to say correctly, making sure you're conveying the correct message. And if you don't and you end up posting it, that's on you. So for my content creators out there or people who are looking to get into content that are like myself, then just make sure when you're not posting, make sure when you're filming and when you're editing, you just go back multiple times to make sure that your message is good, make sure that what you're saying is being articulated well, and that's all you can do. Once you push that out, how other people interpret it, that's on them. As long as you get your message out the way you need to get it out, after that, do not worry about it. Because once you post it, it's up. So don't worry about those emotions after you post. They don't matter. As long as you did what you needed to do in your video, that's all that matters. Number 6 is going to be protecting your peace over performance. I'm going to use this as an example. My boy Lucas, who I met through YouTube, is kind of crazy. He's from Minnesota, I'm from Minnesota, and he ended up coming out to Vegas. And he hit me up like, yo, come through. So I met up with him for the first time, kicked it, had a blast with him and his homies and everything. And the first thing I asked was, yo, you bring your camera out? And he was like, nah, I was gonna, but I just wanted to enjoy my time with the homies. And I got a few more days here, so I'm a vlog or do whatever then. And it made me feel so comfortable because there are times when I'm with people or I'm doing something that I feel is intimate or chilling with the homies or chilling with the family, and I don't want to be lugging my camera around. I don't want to be vlogging, doing this, that, and the third while I'm just trying to enjoy myself. And that's what I mean by protecting your peace over performance. I can vlog anytime, any day, anywhere, but there are certain times where I want to be with my family and just focus on my family, or I want to be with my friends and just focus on my friends, or I want to enjoy my alone time and just not do anything. Me being private in that sense, it helps me understand that sometimes your peace is worth more than posting a video, or sometimes your piece is worth more than likes, comments, or the algorithm. Being a private person and doing something so public like vlogging, you have to find that balance, because if you completely go public and you just ignore your innate nature, you're going to simply drive yourself crazy. And if you're driving yourself crazy, you're going to start to hate vlogging. The point is to do something that you find purpose in. Do something that you love to do. I found purpose in making my vlogs, in helping people and motivating people and inspiring people. But also on the other hand, I like my privacy. I like my alone time. If I can do it, you can too. That's just facts. That's just facts. I hope that made sense. What's up, y'all? Today is a new day, and it's a beautiful day. Well, it's not really beautiful because it's just got done raining, and I think it's about to start raining again. But it's still a beautiful day, so I hope y'all are having a beautiful day. But let's get into number 7, which is you can still be real without being raw. But actually, before I get into that, I want to talk about, I just got done lifting at the gym, exercising at the gym, whatever you want to call it. I want to talk about that real quick. I know there are a lot of people who make content, create content that go to the gym and they film their exercises. They show you what they're doing in the gym. I think that's so dope because there are people out there who genuinely want to see people work out so they can be more informed, or so they can learn more about, damn, the sun's coming out, so they can learn more about the gym or exercising in general. I think that's dope. Me personally, I will never, well, I'm not going to say never. I don't like speaking in absolutes, but for now, I won't film in the gym. And I'm going to tell you why. When I go to the gym, this is my time to focus solely on my health. I take the gym so serious when it comes to maintaining my health and increasing mobility, range of motion, whatever have you, because I say this all the time, I'm not getting any younger. That being said, I tried filming one time in the gym. Well, I did film just like a day in a life thing. And I genuinely didn't like it because I'm in the middle of my set. I'm moving the phone around, and it's not the fact that people are around. I don't care about that. People don't care. They're in their own world doing their gym activity. Nobody cares. It's just the fact that I had to do a set. I had to move the camera, and it just threw me off. And I did not like that because this is my time to absolutely lock in and focus on building and maintaining my body. And I'm already in the gym for damn near 3 hours. Not because I'm working out for 3 hours, but this is a crazy tangent. But when I go to the gym, the first thing I do is a 10-minute run. I start at 6.5 at an incline of 1. I'll run at 6.5 until I get to 5 minutes, and then I'll increase it to 7. And then I'll increase it to 8, 9, and then the last minute, 9 to 10, well, 9 minutes to 10 minutes, I will sprint at 10 speed or 11 speed for that last minute. Right after that, I'll get into my exercise where I'll do a full body exercise, and that lasts an hour. And then I'll start my first half of my mobility stretch exercise, whatever you want to call it, which is 20 minutes. Then I'll go sit in the sauna for 20 minutes, and then I'll literally stretch for a whole hour. I take stretching very seriously. That's almost 3 hours. I'm not trying to be in the gym any more than that because, one, I don't like being in the gym that long anyway, and adding a phone or a camera and setting it up, moving, I'd be in that joint for 5 hours, not 5 hours, but probably like close to 4 hours, and I'm not doing that. So that's another reason why I won't be filming in the gym as of now. But crazy tangent. I'm telling you guys this because I just came from the gym, and you know, that is something that's sacred to me. That's something that I just won't be filming. But anyway, this topic is you can still be real without being raw. You don't have to bleed out on the camera to be relatable. People can relate to any and everything. And 9 times out of 10, you, like, things that you do in your life or things that you film, whether it be something purposeful or something random, there's somebody out there that's going to relate. You can film yourself in a car talking about whatever. There's somebody that's going to relate to it. All the content creators who film themselves eating in cars and just talking about random stuff, there's people that relate to that. You don't always necessarily have to dig deep to be relatable. There are channels and people that are like that, which is dope. That's another niche, that's another lane. But if that's not your lane and you just want to hop on the camera and just film your day-to-day activities or your day-to-day life or something in a niche that doesn't necessarily require you to be extremely raw, you don't have to. You don't have to bleed out on the camera just to be relatable. You can probably make a video about a banana and somebody will be like, damn, this was a good video about a banana. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't have to be extremely intimate. It doesn't have to be extremely deep, raw. You can be calm, collected, share anything you want. As a private person, I do share personal things, but there, like I said earlier in this video, there are certain things that I won't share, like the gym. We'll just use the gym. That's just my time to be me and focus on me without any distractions. And that's very important. I may, in this video, I'm just now realizing, I may have hit the same topic or spoke about the same thing many times, but in different fonts, but that's okay. The message that I'm trying to relay is important. You can be a private person and still vlog your life, still film your life, still document your life. You don't have to share everything. You don't have to share everything that you see other people sharing. That's something that I had to get out of my head when I first started vlogging, because I watched a lot of people vlog before I even started. And in my head, I was like, okay, I have to talk about similar things to them. No, you don't. You don't. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. And don't talk about whatever you don't want to talk about. It's that simple. It's not complicated. It's not rocket science. Just be you on camera. Be authentic. Share what you want to share. And know that you're not being forced to share anything that is sacred to you. Anything that's close to the chest, close to the heart. But I hope y'all took something from this. I know I rambled a lot. Like I said, I probably hit the same topics multiple times, but that's because it matters to me, at least. And I know it matters to somebody out there because somebody's gonna relate to this video. But that's all I got for y'all today. Y'all take care of yourselves, take care of each other, call somebody, tell them you love them, be easy, not too easy, and work smart, not hard. It's more efficient.